Hello, and welcome to the Christian Life Coach podcast. I am Shanna, and I am your Christian life coach. We are on episode 3 of a weight loss series, and I don't know how many episodes it's going to be, to be honest. We have talked about why quick fixes don't work, and we've talked about things to let go of in order to allow you to lose weight for the last time. Today's topic is focus. What we focus on matters. Tony Robbins says, where our focus goes, our energy flows. And that is so true. So I want to talk about 3 areas that if we focus on them, they are going to make a huge impact on our ability to lose weight, on our ability to really make any positive change that we want to make. We often focus on the wrong things, or we get distracted. It's very easy to get distracted. There's a quote that says, I'm going to totally botch this, but the obstacle to reaching your goal isn't what it takes to reach the goal. The obstacles are lesser goals that are easier to achieve. And those are the distractions that we let get in the way of what we want to be doing. So I'm just going to dive right in, and I'm going to start with number 3 of what should we be focused on? Often we are focused on how far we have to go. And that is called measuring the gap between where I am right now and where I want to be. And what we really want to focus on, instead of the gap, we want to focus on the gain. How far have I come? What progress have I already made? And that can be so many things. It can be pounds lost on the scale. And also the scale is like its whole own episode because it gives us such an incomplete, oftentimes inaccurate picture of our progress. But it is one way to measure progress. So it can be your weight has gone down and I'm 4 pounds lighter than I was when I started this journey a month ago, or whatever it is. So I have made progress. What are other areas of progress that you can measure that you've made? Forming new habits, getting checks on your habit tracker, being more consistent, growing in consistency. You can see changes. Maybe going up the stairs is getting easier and easier. Maybe your sleep has improved. Maybe you're talking negatively to yourself less often. Maybe you've improved that internal dialogue. So one of the things to focus on is the progress that you've made. Celebrate every little win. Any progress that you notice, celebrate it. And that is going to create momentum, and momentum creates motivation. So focus on the progress you've made. So when negative self-talk comes in and says, you still have so far to go, you're never going to make it, you've never gotten past this point before, refocus. What progress have I made? Oh, that's right. The scale's down. My pants are fitting a little bit better. And this isn't just to be used in weight loss. It's to be used in any goal that you're working towards, any positive change you want to make, looking for the progress that you've made already, just making the decision to pursue the goal. That's progress. Celebrate that. And it can be helpful to document progress as you go along. Make notes, journal about when you notice that it's getting easier to go up the stairs, or when you notice that your jeans are fitting looser. Make note of that, document it. So number one is focus on the progress that you've made, how far you've come, not how far you have to go. That was number three. Number two is focus on the actions that you want to be taking. What are the actions that it requires to reach this goal? What are those actions? And focus on those things that you want to be doing that are going to move you toward that goal, move you toward being the person that you want to be. And the opposite of this is focusing on what you're not doing, that you should be doing. And I put should in air quotes because should equals shame. Anytime you tell yourself you should be doing something, you say it because you're not doing it, and you shame yourself for not doing it, right? So not what you're not doing, but what I want to be doing, what I'm working towards doing, what I want to be doing more and more consistently. What are those habits that I want to incorporate to do on a regular basis? I'm working towards getting better at this. I'm focused on how to implement this in my day to make it more likely than not that I'm going to do it. And for weight loss, that can be, I want to be drinking more water. I want to be getting better, more sleep. I want to be listening to my hunger cues. I want to be asking myself before I eat, am I hungry? It could be, I want to go for a walk every day. And you could have a specific time or a distance, or I just want to make sure that I go for a walk every day, no matter how long it is. So focusing on what I want to be doing. What is it going to take to get me to this goal? And instead of focusing on what I should be doing, focus on what you want to be doing. What is it going to take? How am I going to implement this and putting it into practice? Focus on what you want to be doing. Not what you have to do, not what you should do, what you want to be doing. So refocus. Refocus. So the progress that you've made, the actions that you want to take, and number one, the most beneficial thing, I believe, I'm going to reserve the right to change my mind, but as of right now, as I'm sitting here, I think that one of the most important things, if not the most important thing to focus on, is why. Why do you want to lose this weight? Why do you want to accomplish whatever goal it is that you're working on? Because this is for any goal, not just weight loss. And when I work with my clients, we flesh out why. And I want a list of all of the reasons that you want to lose your weight. What's going to be different there than here? What's going to change? What difference is it going to make? And these can be so varied. They can be like health wise, they can be longevity wise, and they can be because I want to wear a bikini. And one of the rules is you're not allowed to judge your whys. Some of them may seem frivolous, and that's okay. You want a list of the whole spectrum of why. Why do I want this? Why does this matter? Why is this important? And this list will help you in so many ways. And one of the ways is when you want to give in to whatever, chocolate cake. There's chocolate cake in the break room. I did not plan for chocolate cake. I actually am taking a break from sugar. So I'm not even eating sugar. So chocolate cake is not on my list, but I want that chocolate cake. Chocolate cake is my favorite thing in the whole world to eat. And I love chocolate cake, and it's just sitting there and it's just begging me to eat it. And that's not true, because food does not have a brain. Food does not talk to you. I promise. Food does not talk to you. That is only in your thoughts. But if you go into that break room and see that cake and you want that cake, you can smell it, and you haven't had cake for so long, and you have all of the reasons that you want to eat the cake. And you also have this list of why it matters for you to lose weight, which translates into, why does it matter to me that I do not want to eat this cake today? Why does it matter to me to say no to this cake in this moment? And your brain can go to your list, or if you have it on your phone, you can pull it up on your phone. And looking at your reason, I want to live longer, might not keep you from eating that cake in the moment. But down the line on the list where it says, I want to wear a bikini on our vacation in April, that might keep you from eating the chocolate cake in the moment. So having a good, solid list of reasons why this goal matters to you is so helpful. And it helps you to refocus, to focus on what matters in this moment. And that cake matters in the moment, but what matters more? Proving to myself that I can walk away from the cake builds my confidence, shows me I'm capable. Am I saying you can't have chocolate cake? I am absolutely not saying that. I'm saying you want to make the best decision for yourself in the moment. Focus on what you want most over what you want right now. Plan to have cake sometime. Absolutely. When you decide that sugar is back on the table. See what I did there? So focus on your whys. In order to focus on your whys, you need to have a list of whys. And I do this periodically. When I start a new planner or a new journal, I will re-list out my reasons why. I will develop a new list of whys, and they usually have a lot of the same things, but then new things will pop up that I hadn't thought of before. So you want to keep that list updated. And this can take a little bit of time. You might want to set some time aside to develop this list, to start this list. And I am going to have a resource available to you on my website, and I will link it in the show notes. And you can go and grab that, and it will help you walk through coming up with your list of reasons why you want to do this work, reasons why it matters to you. So again, the 3 things that we want to focus on is the progress that you've made. Measure the gain, not the gap. Number 2, the actions that move you forward. Excuse me, the things that you want to do in order to reach the goal. What is it going to take and what are you willing to do? And then your whys. Why is it important? Why does it matter? I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear some of your whys and how you're going to use the information in this episode. And I forgot to mention, but I'm going to mention it now. Our focus is, you can equate it to a camera. And especially the cameras that you actually, like, they have the big lens and you actually have to focus it. When you can be focused in on the subject and then the subject moves or the camera moves, and you have to refocus that lens to put the subject back into focus. And that's what we're doing. It's a constant practice of refocusing, because we're going to get distracted. We're going to get distracted by the cake. We're going to get distracted by busyness. We're going to get distracted by so many things, by self-doubt, by negative self-talk. And so it's a constant effort. It's a constant practice to refocus our minds on the progress that we've already made, how far we've already come, the things that I want to be doing in order to reach this goal, and why it matters. Why does it matter to lose this weight, to reach this goal, to do whatever it is that you're working on? Why does it matter? And it's a constant practice of refocus, refocus, refocus. I hope this has been helpful. I would love it if you would share this episode or the whole podcast with your friends, family, social media. Tag me in it at the Christian Life Coach Podcast. And I will be back next week with another episode on weight loss. I will see you then.